I swear YouTubers gotta feel crazy sitting in a room by yourself talking to a camera. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Taylor if you haven't watched my channel before. Today I thought I'd come at you and we'd go over my all-time favorite affordable products. So basically my holy grails of affordable makeup products. I've been asked to do this for a while, and it took me a while to figure out everything that I want to do. There's still a few products that I honestly don't have an all-time favorite for. For the most part, I have an affordable like drugstore or something you can still get affordable online. I have all of that. So that's what I thought we'd go over today. So if you're interested in seeing what my favorite affordable products are, just keep watching. So the first thing I start off with is primer. I'm sure many of you could guess that this is going to be my favorite drugstore primer or affordable primer, but you know. So this is the Maybelline Baby Skin. It's a pore filling and eraser primer. It's a silicone type primer. I really like this because it helps fill in my fine lines. It keeps my makeup on all day. I just really think it's a really good affordable product. Anybody who has oily skin, this is going to work really well for you, but dry skin, it also works for us too. Not bad. So it's an all around just really, really great primer. This is the primer I reach for and I'm in love with it. I think it's amazing. So I definitely recommend this. Next, we're going to move on to foundation. I'm sure many of you can guess this one too because I use this one a lot and I rave about it all the time. But my absolute holy grail foundation, L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. Now for oily people, I don't suggest this unless you use a really good oil control primer. But for people who have dry to mediums or dry to normal skin types, I definitely suggest this. It doesn't cling onto your dry patches. It makes you nice and luminous. It doesn't leave a matte finish. It's really good for you dry skin people. I do know some people who have oily skin who use a really good mattifying primer and it works great. If you're oily, I highly suggest the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. That's an amazing one. But if you are like me and like luminous skin, definitely reach for this. It is awesome. Next, we're going to move on to concealer, which you guys can probably guess this. Concealer and highlighter are my two favorite products. I am a concealer junkie. I could buy a new concealer every day. I love concealer because it is what I use most. On days when I'm not doing a full face of makeup, concealer. I just put it under my eyes, a little bit on my cheeks, blend it all out throughout my face, and it looks amazing. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I think this is in shape light. Where is it? Fair Clair. This is in Fair Clair. Such a good product. It doesn't like leave my under eyes looking dry because that's one of my hardest issues with concealers. I think that's why I'm such a concealer person, is my under eyes are the most ridiculous thing on my face. This product never fails, ever. It's got good coverage. It's creamy without being too thick. It doesn't get patchy. It stays on all day. It doesn't crease a ton as long as, for me, any concealer is going to crease if I don't set it. But, I mean, it's not horrible. Lots of people I know love it. Seriously, you guys, this is an amazing concealer if you are looking for affordable concealer. Highly, highly suggest it. If you don't have it, go get it. Just kidding. But I really like it. So next, when I'm doing my makeup, I would set my concealer. I feel like I'm really bright right now. So this is one of those that I have a lot of products that I like and I try a lot of new products. I don't have a holy grail. My under eyes are ridiculous. One, I want to find one that doesn't have flashback, which if you don't know what flashback is, if you see a picture of somebody and in the picture they have all these white like spots on their face, so like underneath their eyes or right here or right here, that's flashback. That's because there's certain chemicals in a powder or foundation or concealer that they use that when you take a picture with flash, it flashes back into the camera, whatever, the lens. So it creates a flash effect. So it's really hard because I love all these HD powders. They have flashback. So it's a hard one. I can't really find any that I'm absolutely obsessed with, but at the moment, I would have to say my favorite, as long as I'm not using flash photography, is the NYX HD finishing powder. This, you guys, clearly you can see, I love it. It's a really, really fine powder. Like, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but it's right there on my finger. If I swatch it, it's just a very fine powder. And it makes my under eyes look so flawless. I blend it out with a beauty blender, and then I just lightly, with like a tapered brush like this, pat it under my eyes. You guys, they look so good. But if I'm going to be using Flash, I can't use this. So that's my only thing that I don't like about it. This is a really good powder. I really am enjoying it. Just be warned, if you're using flash photography, not the best. You guys, this is another one. I don't like powders. I think this is why I'm not good at like this area. I can't find a powder I like because I hate looking powdery. So I don't love powders in general. I have some that I really like. They're just not my holy grail. So let me go through those. Probably my favorite one that I used for years is the CoverGirl True Blend. This is probably my favorite out of all of them. I'm obviously out. But I use the color 415. That's it. That's my color. Oh, Deep. Deep, who are you trying to impress? I ain't that tan. This works really well. It's a very nice powder. The only thing I don't like about it is it has shimmer in it. So it sets my face. It looks really pretty. It's got a very pretty finish, but ooh, hair. In the sun, you can see the shimmer all over my face. And I like being luminous. I don't like being shimmery. It's hard because it's almost the same. So this is a hard one because I do love this powder. It is a very, very good powder. And it makes my face look very soft when it's not in the sunlight. But as soon as I go out in that sunlight, I'm looking like Edward from Twilight. And I'm not a fan of that. So I like this. Be warned, there's shimmer. So if you don't like shimmery skin, don't get it. My next one is the Flower Beauty Loose Powder. This is really good. It's sold at wow. It's sold at Walmart. Not everywhere. I know that not all Walmarts are selling it anymore, like aren't selling Flower Beauty anymore, but it's still sold at the ones where I live. But it's a very good powder. Like any loose powder, it's messy, but it's more of like a yellowish shade. So, but it doesn't leave a color really. It's more of a translucent powder. Try and swatch a little bit here for you guys. So it just fell. But so you see how it just blends into nothing. I mean, it's a little bit light, but not too bad. This is a really great powder too. If you don't set your face with a setting spray, you look powdery. Hella powdery, and I don't like that. So as long as you're setting it with a setting spray, you should be fine, because I like my skin to look the most natural it can. But it's good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it makes my face look really pretty once I set it with setting spray. It's a really pretty color. It's very soft, right? There's no luminosity in this one at all, so that's nice. So if you like your skin to look matte, definitely give this a try. It's really good. So again, this is Flower Beauty. And it's the loose powder. If your Walmart doesn't sell it, they may still sell it online, or I'm pretty sure Flower Beauty has an actual website. So, yep, flowerbeauty.com. So this is a good setting powder as well. All right, so next in my beauty regimen, my face makeup, would be bronzer. My all-time holy grail best bronzer I've ever found at the drugstore that's not patchy, it's not too warm, it's not too cool. It is a great color. Is not sold at the drugstore anymore. It is, but it's hard to find. If you find it, let me know, because I'd love to buy some. But it is still affordable, and it's still really great. I'm going to give you another option that you can still find that's a really good one too. But NYC Smooth Skin Bronzer. We're going to go with that. It's in the shade Sunny. You guys, we all know my obsession is real about this. I'm not going to keep talking to you about it, but it's the perfect color for a lot of skin tones. But I love it. Not sold at Walmart anymore. If you find it, let me know. But one that you can find, and that's also good, my only beef with it is it sometimes can be patchy, and it's a little bit more orangey tone. So it doesn't work for everyone. Is the NYX Matte Bronzer. It's good, don't get me wrong. I have it in the shade medium. So this is the NYC one, this is the NYX one. So as you can see, this one's just a little bit less orangey toned, a bit more red toned, I'd say almost, and this one's just very orange. So that's my only beef with the NYX bronzer, is it's just a little bit more orange, but it still works very well. Sometimes it's a little patchy, so you gotta be careful with it. Definitely make sure you set your face with a powder, I would say, with this one, unless your foundation or whatever dries down completely matte, because This is one that if your face is not smooth, it's gonna look a little patchy. Very good. I like this one. I like matte bronzers, if you can't tell. I don't like shimmery bronzers. All right, next we have blush. I have lots of blushes that I like, but this is my all-time favorite blush. I got this in my Ipsy bag, and it's just a really, really great blush. It's by City Colors, so you can't find these guys anywhere around here in the drugstore or anything, but you can order this online, and it's a very affordable product. And for 3 blushes, I mean, they're good. They're pigmented. They're pretty colors. Let me show you. I'll swatch them for you guys. The pigmentation on them is nice. They're not overly pigmented. I don't like when blushes are overly pigmented because then I feel like you put a little bit on and it's like, whoa, what you doing? You looking like a clown. So, I did this backwards. I'm sorry. Oh, no, I didn't. Yeah, I did. Okay, so this is the first shade, Guava, the lightest shade. This is the middle shade, which I'm not gonna lie, I rarely ever use. I don't think I ever do. I think I used it in my mermaid tutorial maybe. No, I didn't. I don't know. I don't use this one often because I don't like purple blushes. I know some people do. And this one is Fresh Melon. But do you see, like, they're not crazy pigmented, but they're pigmented enough that you can still, with swiping them, or not swiping them, swatching them, you can still see them. I think they're very pretty. They're very affordable. I mix the 2 pink ones together a lot. I wish you guys could see my pants right now because, you know, YouTuber life, I'm just wearing yoga pants and I just keep wiping my hands off on them. It's very creamy. It's very pigmented, but not too pigmented. It's blendable. It blends out nice. It just is a really good product for the price. So I definitely suggest looking into this if you're looking for, you know, a nice little blush palette. It's compact. You can travel with it. It's just a good product. Really love it. Thank you, Ipsy. All right, guys, I know you've all been waiting for my favorite highlighter because, let's be real, it's my favorite product. So, my all-time favorite highlighter from the drugstore, Wet n Wild. They rocked this. Why am I opening it? This is the best highlighter you can find at the drugstore, in my opinion. It is pigmented, it is beautiful, it is creamy, it is everything. I love it so much. I have it in the shade Precious Petals. I know there's another one, but I don't remember what it's called. Sorry. But this, you guys, I literally watch this. So that's me swiping it. Okay, just not putting too much pressure. And, like, do you see that for the drugstore, you guys? Highlighters haven't been, like, crazy around for a while, but it was super hard to find a highlighter at the drugstore until I'd say this year, last year, somewhere around there. All of a sudden, highlighters took off and brands have been getting so much better. But this, when this came out, it stole the show. It is creamy. It is so good. You can find Wet n Wild, Walgreens, Target, Walmart. Gosh, any drugstore, period. But it is just, oh, you guys, it is so pretty and it is just so blendable. And it just, look at that with 2 layers. Dang, like it is just, for being from the drugstore and not being too much money, you can't beat it. It is so good. So good. So again, if you want a nice highlight to bring out those cheekbones, Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. So, so, so good. Precious Petals is my favorite shade because it's more of like a rosy gold shade. But I love this so much. Seriously, guys, go check it out. All right. Our face is almost done. We all know that I'm also a face spray junkie. I love setting my face. I would have to say, in list of beauty products, my favorite goes highlighter, concealer, setting spray. Which is very strange, because if I got stranded on an island, those wouldn't be the products that I would reach for. Highlighter probably, but not, oh, and concealer. I don't know. I love setting spray because it fixes my makeup. For those of you who aren't really familiar with setting spray, if you don't like the way you think your face looks powdery, setting spray helps. If your makeup doesn't last long, setting spray helps. If you want to mattify your face, you want to mattify your face, get a setting spray. No. If you want to mattify your face, there are mattifying setting sprays. There are dewy finish setting sprays. There are primers. There's so many different kinds of sprays. But I would have to say the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray is my all-time favorite right now. It is so good. It makes my face stay put together. It doesn't come out with a weird spray, because some drugstore setting sprays, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, their sprayer just sucks. Like, it comes out in a blast, and it's like, now you just took all my makeup off. Thank you. But NYX's isn't like that. It's really good. It's got a really fine mist. Spray it. Do you see that? Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, yes, yes, yes. It's got a really good mist. It smells good if you get it in your mouth. I mean, it's not going to taste good, but it's not awful. I've done it before. It's just really good. I get the dewy finish. I know there's a mattifying finish, I do believe. I've never tried that because you guys all know I like to look dewy. So, it's just a really good affordable setting spray. And honestly, you couldn't even find setting sprays in the drugstore until probably 2 years ago. I guess. Yeah, I think it's like 2 years ago. L'Oreal, I think, came out with the first one, and it was okay. It was expensive, but it was okay. I mean, it wasn't a game changer. It was exciting because it was the first setting spray you could get at the drugstore, but it was okay. This, I have tried Physicians Formula, L'Oreal, Wet n Wild, NYX. Tried one more. I've tried one more. I don't remember what it is, but NYX is definitely my favorite from the drugstore. It's just, it does what it says it's going to do. It's really good. It makes me look dewy. It soaks up my powders so my face doesn't look quite so powdery, and it keeps my makeup in place. I use a setting spray on all of my clients, and it makes their makeup last so much longer. That is probably one of the best compliments that I get is, I can't believe how long my makeup lasted when you did it. I'm telling you, setting sprays are a huge part of that. They do wonders. Get yourself one. So that is it for the face, you guys. If I missed something, let me know. Like, you can tell me now. Let's move on to the eyeballs. Brows. We're going to start with brows and work our way down. My favorite product for brows. The Essence Make Me Brow. It is a total dupe for the Benefit Gimme Brow. I mean, I've never used a Benefit Gimme Brow. That's just what people say. I'm cheap and I use this one because it is like $2, guys. Legitimately. I'm pretty sure it's $2 or $3. Super cheap. You can get this at Ulta. I know it sucks that you can't buy it like in the drugstore, but Ulta carries it. So if you have an Ulta near you, or you know somebody who has an Ulta near them, ask them to pick it up for you. Seriously, $2 to $3. It's amazing. I get the shade Brownie Brows. It has little fibers in it. I don't know if you'll be able to see them. Not really. It has little fibers in it, so if you have sparse spots in your eyebrows, it just helps fill them in. And then obviously you get the color depending on your eyebrow shade. My sister, who's much more light skin tone than me, uses, I have it here for makeup clients, she uses soft brownie brows because she has much more, they're not blonde, but they're much lighter than my eyebrows. And it's like the perfect match for her too. I don't know if she uses it as much as I use mine, but I know she said she did like it. So you guys have seen me use it before. Put it in your brows, comb it through, done. That's what these brows are today. I didn't do anything else to my brows, just this. So highly recommend. Go to Ulta, pick up some Essence Make Me Brow. That's all I'm going to do for brows because you guys know when I'm doing a glam look for my brows, I just use some kind of powder. And then the setting gel that I use is a high-end one, so I'm not going to put that in here because we aren't doing high-end today. We are doing affordable. Not going to bring in a high-end product. We are going to move on to eyes. Okay. You guys, this palette, we need to take a minute to get ready for the beautifulness of this palette. Granted, if you don't like warm shades, it's not going to be your thing. This is my thing. It's my favorite palette in the whole world. And it's affordable. It is the Morphe 350 palette. I love it so much. It's gorgeous. It's my favorite. I'll never get enough of it. It's beautiful. This is the palette that I talk about all the time, you guys. It is pigmented. It is beautiful. It is creamy. That has nothing there. I should do, we'll do this one. That's on my face. Look at that, you guys. Do you see that pigmentation? Like, that is some dang good pigmentation. Let me swatch those on my hands quick. Those are the 3 shades that I just picked up and I swatched them. You guys saw how lightly I didn't rub in there for 10 minutes. I did it for a second and swatched it. Do you see those shades? So pretty, so pigmented. I'm pretty sure this is like a $22 palette, you guys. They are so good. Unfortunately, you can only find Morphe online at morphebrushes.com. You guys, it's such a good palette. It's my first Morphe palette, and I love them so much. I just ordered the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. Oh my god, I'm so excited. It comes on Tuesday. All right, calm down. But it's really exciting. So, back to this one though. It is a Warm Girl Shadow Lover's Dream. That didn't come out right, but you know what I mean. It has, this shade is completely gone, as you can see, because it's a light shade. So what does that mean I do with it? Use it all over my eye. So that shade's gone. It was just a matte white shade, like lightish pink shade. Then we have some shimmery shades. We have some matte shades. My favorite shade in this whole palette, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, it's probably this shade or this shade. Let's see, let me swatch them for you. These two are two of my favorite crease shades. You're thinking that orange one looks crazy? It's gorgeous. Most prettiest shade in your crease. They're so pretty. That's not very good swatches because it was with my left hand. I apologize. They don't look very pigmented in that swatch either, but they're lighter. So I did this one in my crease today, and it's really pretty. And then actually I use this palette for most of my eyes today. I have this shade in my crease. I have, what other shade? I have this shade on the outside of my crease, and then I have this one to darken out the very outside of my crease and under eye. So, it's a beautiful palette. My favorite shimmery shade, I use it all the time in fall. It's one of my favorites, is this bad boy right there. You guys, I barely touched it. Be ready. You're probably going to have a, like, I don't know. Yes! Oh my god, do you see that? Oh, in fall with a brown, like, crease and stuff. Oh, you guys, it is so pretty. Ask my sisters, I use it all the time. It's one of my favorites. It's so pretty. But Morphe, you guys, enough talk about this eyeshadow palette. I know, I'm sorry. It's my favorite. Holy grail, hands down, best affordable eyeshadow palette I have ever found. Go to Morphe Brushes, order yourself one. They're great. So eyeliner would be next. I don't have a favorite eyeliner from the drugstore because I feel like I'm not picky when it comes to eyeliners. My one that I grab for the most, I would have to say, is the Rimmel Exaggerate liner. It's the skinny one that has the, like, crank up pencil. Like, it's not a sharpener one. It's one that's, what is that called? Mechanical pencil? I don't know. It's really good. Very black, stays in my waterline. I really like that one. But I'm not one of those people that has a favorite eyeliner. For a stick, at least. It's just, they are what they are. I don't know, I don't have a favorite. But for a gel liner, the Maybelline Eye something Studios. Oh, Eye Studio, I was right. Gel liner in Blackest Black. It is so good. I have used some high-end gel liners, you guys. Not as good as this. They are, some of them are dry, some of them aren't as pigmented. For being in the drugstore, this stuff is black. I never have an issue with it not being pigmented. It doesn't dry out on me. This is if I'm wearing black eyeliner on my top lid or a wing or anything on my eyes. It's this, and it is amazing. You can find it at any drugstore. I'm telling you, it's good stuff. You want to get it. Sure, this will be no surprise to any of you because I use it in every video and I've raved about it how many times. Maybelline Lash Sensational. It is thebomb.com, you guys. It's so good. Everybody I know who uses it loves it. I've only had one person who didn't work for, but she's a really picky mascara person to begin with, so meh. But mascaras don't work the best for everybody. I mean, everybody's different, right? So it might work for me, might not work for the next person. But for me, I love it. I get it in Blackest Black again because I like my lashes to be black. I like my eyeliner to be black. Some people like gray. Some people like brown. I like black. That's what the wand looks like. It's just, it makes my lashes look full. It spreads them out. It makes them look long. It's really good. I love it a lot. We're going to move on to our lips. So I am not a gloss person, so I won't have any glosses because I hate lip gloss. I'll wear it every once in a while, but I despise it because I hate having hair in my lipstick. Drives me insane. So that's why I don't like glosses. I think they look beautiful on so many people, but there is nothing worse to me than having hair in my lips. Ugh. So I don't wear lip gloss. Very rare do I wear lip gloss. So I'm not going to show you a favorite lip gloss because I can honestly, if I would show you my lipstick collection, there is one gloss in there and I got it in a boxy charm. Sorry, not sorry. So my favorite lipsticks are matte lipsticks. I like matte. And I like liquid lipsticks because I love that they dry down to a matte and then they're there and you can't budge them. The first great liquid lipstick from the drugstore that I have found is the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit liquid lipsticks. I even got out my favorite color for you guys. I have 3 of them. I used to have 4. Lost one. But I'll get them out for you. They are these 3. I love them. They're all equally as good. My only one beef is this one is a little patchy, so you have to be a little bit more precise when you're putting it on. It's not my favorite color anyways. I don't wear it as often, so it's not a big deal. But these 2, the formula is amazing. It goes on. This one's a little bit thinner, which is kind of nice because it's a little bit easier to work with. This one's more of a moussey texture. I'm guessing it's because of the pigmentation in them. But they dry down. Once they're on, they ain't budging. I mean, they fade, obviously, as you're eating and talking and licking your lips. The more you lick your lips, the more they fade. But my friends, I've used this, one of my best friends used this at a wedding. Loved it. I used this for a bachelorette party, stayed on all night, looked amazing. I love these so much. My favorite shade is Rebel Rose. It's the best. Still can't see it? Not focusing. Cool. It's so good, you guys. I love them. They're super affordable. You can find them at the drugstore. Wet n Wild has totally stepped up their game, you guys. I'm not even joking. So good. So if you're looking for a good affordable liquid lipstick, go to the drugstore, go to Wet n Wild, pick up some of these colors. I'll be picking up more for fall because they have some vampier shades. I really love them. Another option, again, you can tell that I only like liquid lipsticks. The NYX, what are they? NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. I really like these. My only beef is they're not kiss proof. I wish they were. They're not. They dry down matte, but they definitely transfer. So I like these. I just wish that they dried down all the way and they stayed where they are supposed to. That's my only beef with them. But again, those Wet n Wild ones were the first ones that I've had that are kiss proof and they don't move and they don't budge. They're amazing. These have great pigmentation, great color. They dry matte. They just aren't kiss proof. They transfer. So, but my favorite one is Copenhagen. Yep, Copenhagen. This is one of my go-to shades in fall. I love it. It's so vampy, so pretty. Very, very good one. My last affordable favorite lip products, since there's so many different kinds at the drugstore, are the Maybelline, not Lash Sensational, that's my mascara. The Maybelline Color Sensationals. Their brand, they have, not brand, this line, they have matte ones, they have nude ones, they have a whole variety of different lipsticks. They're so good, you guys. They're pigmented, they're creamy, they stay on, they're just really good. This one has coloring on it because I'm wearing it today. That's why I'm using this one, because I'm wearing it right now. But I have a bunch of these too. I love them. They don't have that awful artificial lipstick smell that makes you want to puke. They just smell like, I lied. They kind of smell like Play-Doh. But it's not potent. Unless you're sticking your nose to the tube, you're not going to smell it. But they're a good formula. I really like them. Highly suggest them. So, the last thing I want to go over is some of my, some of my tools that I use. So, for beauty sponges, my 2 favorites, my holy grail all-time favorite is the Real Techniques beauty sponge. It's orange. I don't have one because I threw it out because it was all grubby and gross. It's orange. You can find them at the drugstore. You can buy them in packs of 2 or packs of 1. They're super affordable, super soft, and not hard on your face. They blend everything out like a dream. I love beauty sponges, and that was my favorite. My next favorite is the EcoTools one. I just started using this about last month, I'd say. It's very good too. It's very soft. It's bouncy. So good. I've been using this a lot. It's really grubby because I just used it for my makeup. But those 2 are really great beauty sponges. You can find both of those at the drugstore, pretty sure. yeah, they're both at like all drugstores. So I highly suggest Eco Tools or Real Techniques. My next thing I just want to mention is brushes. I have a lot of questions about where I get brushes. What kind of brushes do I use? You guys, I use an assortment. Do you see these? There's no similar ones. They're all different. But for affordable ones, BH Cosmetics brushes are so good, you guys. That's what most of my brushes are. I have a lot from BH Cosmetics. I love them. I think they work amazing. These 4 are from BH Cosmetics. I have some other ones in there. I just don't know where they are right now. They're soft. They don't shed. They blend everything out nicely. They don't have a bunch of like, sometimes cheaper makeup brushes have a lot of shedding. These don't. They don't fall apart unless you wash them and get water in them. That happened. But then you can have a handy dandy husband who just hot glues them back together for you because he loves me. As I wash, he hot glued it. So, I love them, you guys. Just go to BH Cosmetics on Google, type it in. They have very affordable brushes. They're very nice. Another brand that a lot of people like is Morphe. I don't have any in front of me right now, but those are really nice too. Elf's brushes are really nice. I have a couple of those in here. Let me see quick. These 3 are all Elf. I have more, but they were the first 3 I grabbed. Oh, here, I'll grab another one. There we go. The black ones are the nicest ones, the Studio line. I think they're the Studio line. Not the white ones. The white ones can be kind of scratchy. I used to use those and I didn't like them. Oh, look at those swatches. Yes! But Elf brushes are super nice. You can get those at the drugstore. BH Cosmetics you can't, unfortunately. But Elf brushes, super nice. I just discovered a new brand from the drugstore, the Koki brushes. Really good, kind of expensive, but they're really nice. I think I got this brush for $12, which isn't bad at all for a brush. It's super soft. Super soft. I use it for highlight, or I've used it for contour before. This one's really nice. I will be getting more of them. I just haven't gone to Walmart recently, and that's where they're sold. And I only have them at the one Walmart. I can't find them at my Walmart closest to me. I can only find them where I work. So, but they're really good. They're really soft, very affordable. It's another really good affordable makeup brush brand. Yeah, so those are, oh, I forgot one. Real Techniques. I only have a few. Actually, I only have one in here because some of them are in my old makeup setup still. Yeah, I think I only have one in here, but their eye brushes and face brushes are really nice too. They're really soft. This one's dirty as heck because I used it today. They're really nice. They're a little bit more expensive than like Elf. Not a little bit. They're a lot more expensive than Elf by like $10 probably, I'd say. Most Elf brushes are like anywhere between $6, $4, $8. That's it. These not so much. I think their powder brush is like $18, which still is cheap because makeup brushes are expensive, you guys. But they're really good. They're really soft. They blend everything out really nicely. Another really good brand from the drugstore. And I think that now concludes all the brushes. I also got some from the Wish website once. The only beef with them, they've all fallen. Oh, nope. I'm going to pull out another one, and that one hasn't fallen apart on me yet. Have fallen apart. Oh, I can't find another one that's glued. I have tons of them that are glued together. My husband's just really good at concealing the glue. Almost every one that I bought from the Wish brand fell apart and I've had to glue back together. So, I mean, they're nice. They work, but they fall apart quick. So, all right, guys, I think that concludes my all-time affordable drugstore products. I included my face makeups, my eye makeups, my brows, my brushes, my tools, all of that stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below, or you can fly over to my T Hates Makeup Facebook page and ask me on there. You can DM me. You can find me on Instagram. Wherever. If you have any questions about any of the products that I mentioned today, just let me know. I will answer any questions. I know you can't leave comments, I don't think, if you don't have a YouTube account. So then definitely find me on Facebook or Instagram or something. And please ask me. I am all ears to questions. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. And yeah, that's all I have for you today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys.